At the beginning of the film, in 1991, we see Bucky Barnes in Hydra base. His brain is being washed. Winter Soldier and Bucky Barnes are one. The name of the Winter Soldier is Bucky Barnes. Actually, he was preparing for a mission, and after his brainwashing, he has been sent for the mission. Bucky Barnes is seen following a car. Later, he intercepted it. After taking the serum from the car, he flees from there. He is a super serum soldier, and the car he collided with was actually the car of Iron Man's parents. Tony Stark's parents. In this accident, Iron Man's parents have died. Later, the story shifts to the present times. Here, we see Captain America and his few companions. They all are present in a Nigerian lab where a man's brain is washing like Bucky Barnes. They're stopping him to steal a biological weapon. Along with Captain America, his team was present, and they killed them one by one. Only one super soldier remained, and Captain America stood in front of him. A fight erupts between Captain America and Super Soldier. During that fight, Super Soldier activates a bomb that was present in his body, and a blast hits there before Captain America could be harmed. Wanda uses her superpowers to toss Superman into a building. Because of the blast, many innocent people died. Although Wanda hasn't willingly done this, she became quite depressed. Captain America approaches her and claims that it was our fault. This frequently occurs in our work. We won't be able to complete our mission if we overthink like this. We see a meeting of Avengers where the head of the meeting informs Avengers. Whatever missions the Avengers have undertaken thus far have resulted in the defeat of the enemy. But they've also taken the lives of many innocent people as well. You are all a threat to me because you all travel to other countries without my permission. And you damage a lot of things there, which causes the deaths of many innocent people. But that isn't going to happen because I have a solution. He gives out an agreement called the Sokovia Accords to everyone. It was stated that the Avengers are unable to go anywhere of their own choice. It wouldn't remain a private organization, rather it will work under UN. They'll follow the UN's orders, and we see Tony Stark, Iron Man here. He agrees with this because he knows that many innocent lives have been lost as a result of their fight. Tony Stark was recalling his first mission, which had resulted in massive chaos. He was considering himself responsible for this all. That's why he was ready with Sokovia Accords. Captain America doesn't want to sign this agreement because he has no faith in government. He trusts himself more, that's why he denies signing Sokovia Accords. In this way, we see Avengers have been divided into two teams. One team of Tony Stark, who want to sign the Sokovia Accords and want to work under the UN. The other team of Captain America that doesn't want to work under anyone. They want to resolve their conflicts and decisions by themselves. Later, we see Zemo, who was a colonial in Sokovia at the time. In the fight between Avengers and Ultron, many lives of innocent people have been lost. He has turned into a terrorist and is determined to seek revenge on the Avengers. He goes to a head of Hydra. After arriving, he snatches Hydra's secret book. This is where the Hydra super soldiers' many secrets were kept. In that book, there were such words written that the Hydra warriors could do anything after hearing those words. We later encounter Wakanda, who becomes happy to see Tony Stark, that he has signed the contract. In the meantime, the Wakanda king is killed by a bomb. After his death, King T'Challa, the Black Panther, breaks down. We already know. When they looked at the CCTV tape, they discovered that the man who hit the bomb has a similar face to Bucky Barnes. That is why Black Panther is determined to end Bucky Barnes at all costs. Captain America realizes that Bucky Barnes is being pursued by the whole military and the Black Panther. In order to put an end to him, Captain America has been told that his friend Bucky Barnes has undergone a complete change. Because while Captain America was in the water and drowning, Barnes has rescued him. Captain America has approached Bucky Barnes. As he approaches Bucky Barnes, the military attacks them. And Black Panther, who had been pursuing Bucky Barnes to kill him, appears. Captain America and his allies are on their way to save Bucky Barnes. Bucky Barnes is captured by a Black Panther. Before he could kill him, the Iron Man's friend, a military soldier, arrives. Wearing the War Machine suit that the Iron Man had given him, he arrives with his team and arrests everyone. Everyone else is taken to a special place as well, and Bucky Barnes is brought to a special place. Is approached by a psychiatrist afterward. The psychiatrist is none other than Zemo, who has obtained Hydra's secret book. That contains the code words, and after saying them, Hydra soldiers can be controlled. Bucky Barnes' mind becomes perplexed when Zemo says these things. He was under Zemo's control, and Captain America, along with his comrade, arrived. They were unable to meet in front of Bucky Barnes. Their weapons have been seized from them. Iron Man also shows up, although he is missing his suit. Without an authorization, he couldn't wear his suit, because Iron Man has also agreed to the terms of the agreement. Meanwhile, he wields his Iron Man's hand and he attacks Bucky Barnes. With his hand, though, he was unable to overcome Bucky Barnes. Bucky Barnes later enters the terrace. He was planning to take a helicopter from there. In the meantime, Captain America arrives and holds his helicopter. Bucky Barnes passes out when both of them tumble into the sea. Captain America takes him with him. When Bucky Barnes returns his senses, he returns to his previous state and states that the Hydra project is still on his mind. The words in front of me have been read by a man. My Winter Soldier personality comes alive after listening to that. He's curious about Siberia, which had a Hydra secret camp. From here, the film's plot switches to 1991. We see a flashback to when Bucky Barnes had total command of Hydra. He had attacked the car of Tony Stark's parents, Iron Man, at the moment. Iron Man's parents were killed in the accident. Bucky Barnes has made off with the soldier's serum from that car. Hydra creates a large number of super troops with this serum. They are more powerful than Bucky Barnes. They're still in Siberia's underground camp. Like me, their minds have been cleaned, and Zemo wants to use them. Zemo has now left for the secret camp. To stop him, Captain America makes a team of Avengers. On the other hand, their head is seen in the meeting. It was told to Zemo that Bucky Barnes was responsible for the deaths of many innocent people. Bucky Barnes is also required. Soon, Tony Stark is shown visiting Spider-Man's home. He invites him to join his squad and provides him with a suit. Spider-Man, Black Panther, and some Avengers are part of Tony Stark's team. As a result, the Avengers team has been divided in many ways. When the two teams meet, they engage in a fierce battle. When Captain America has an opportunity during the conflict, he goes into Hydra base with Bucky Barnes in a helicopter, so they could go there and stop Zemo. To apprehend Captain America and Bucky Barnes, Iron Man and James Stone fly towards their jet. Falcon was also present, and James Stone requested that he bring down their plane. Falcon moves from there when James Stone emits his rays. James Stone is knocked down by these rays. They were able to save him, but he fell to the ground and was gravely hurt. Iron Man informs Black Widow that he has suffered a major injury in his backbone. Iron Man learns that the psychiatrist that came to see Bucky Barnes wasn't real, and that his name was Zemo, and that he murdered the real psychiatrist. They discovered a mask beside the body of a psychiatric patient. It was Bucky Barnes's mask. Iron Man realizes that Bucky Barnes was entrapped. Zemo, not Bucky Barnes, killed Wakanda's king, the father of Black Panther. Tony Stark, the Iron Man, has now recognized his mistake. He goes to the place where Captain America's friends were apprehended. He goes to Falcon and informs him of Zemo's true nature. In addition, he claims that I've realized my error. Please tell me where Captain America is. Falcon says to Iron Man, "You'll have to go it alone." He does not want the military to accompany him. Later, Tony Stark enters the helicopter and departs. He wore his Iron Man suit while sitting in the helicopter. He is on his way to Siberia. On the other hand, we see Zemo, who has arrived at the Siberian camp. 5 more super soldiers like Bucky Barnes are present there. All of them can be found in sleeping chambers. Iron Man also arrives, where he meets Captain America and Bucky Barnes. "I've come to join you," Iron Man informs Captain America. They've arrived at a location with 5 sleeping chambers. They notice that these 5 soldiers were murdered while sleeping. Meanwhile, they hear Zemo's voice coming from behind a heavy door. "I've killed 5 of these," Zemo tells them. "My goal wasn't to murder them, but to summon you all." Captain America informs Zemo that you have murdered Wakanda's king. As a result, we're able to come here. As Captain America spoke, Black Panther, who was present at the time, listened in. He learns that Zemo, not Bucky Barnes, is responsible for his father's death. Zemo switches on a recording before he can attack him. That was a casket that was recorded in 1991. Iron Man notices in the videotape that Bucky Barnes is the one who killed his parents. When Iron Man sees that video, he loses control. He inquires about Captain America's knowledge of the situation. As he says yes, the Iron Man attacks him. He also intends to assassinate Bucky Barnes here. These 3 get into a violent fight. Iron Man wishes to kill Bucky Barnes. Captain America, on the other hand, wants to save Bucky Barnes. Not because he was his friend, but he knows Bucky Barnes wasn't in his control when he did this. Hydra had him completely under her control. 3 of them get into a violent fight. Bucky Barnes holds Iron Man's arm reactor. Meanwhile, Iron Man's body emits rays. Bucky Barnes' arm was septated by these rays, where his powers were. Later, he was about to kill Captain America. Bucky Barnes holds his feet as he prepares to strike Captain America. When Captain America has the opportunity, he tosses Iron Man to the ground. With his shield, he was attacking an Iron Man's mask. As a result, his mask becomes shattered. He wasn't attacking his face, but rather his suit's arm reactor. As a result, Iron Man's suit becomes completely damaged. Captain America can murder Iron Man and Tony Stark if he so desires. But he understands that Tony Stark's rage was justified. He was afterward going from there with his friend. When Captain America was on his way out, Tony Stark told him that this shield had been gifted to him by his father. "You are not deserving of this." Captain America, on the other hand, tosses his shield. Zemo can be seen on the other side, and a Black Panther has approached him. He tells Black Panther, "My son was a huge fan of the Avengers. When the Avenger attacked Sokovia, my wife and son were dead. That is why I desire to seek revenge on the Avengers. I'd like to put them against each other. That's exactly what I've done. I pity you because your father was a good man." Zemo is about to shoot himself in the head when Black Panther intervenes. He hands him to the authorities. On the other hand, we can observe that Tony Stark's friend's feet were damaged during the fight. Sock's skeleton's feet are made by him. He was able to walk again after putting them on. Wakanda County is seen in the film's last scene. Bucky Barnes has been placed in a sleeping base. As a result, he was able to fully restore his mind, and no one has ever been able to take control of him. Spider-Man appears in the post-credits scene, who receives a gift from Iron Man that is a web shooter. Along with this, Captain America's Civil War movie ends. Thank you for watching.